Hey, you guys, Rebecca Overson here. Gosh, I feel like I'm just, the 80s have taken over my hair tonight. What's up? You're getting my late night frizzed out look. Real quick, just wanted to pop on here and say hello and welcome to all of our new members. If we haven't met, I'm Rebecca Overson and this is my Facebook group. And I am here to empower and support you guys in being successful as private practitioners. So real quick, I just have a couple minutes before I jump on a call with somebody tonight. Woohoo! Let's just do some rapid fire Q&A. So if you're watching live with me and you have a question, fire away. Otherwise, there's actually a couple of questions that have come up, really hot topics in the group this week that I think that we should address. So first one up is Susan Matthews' post where she says, I'd love some feedback. And, she posted, we turned off the commenting on this post because it got a little inflamed and we had to ban a few members and we don't like to do that. But anyway, Susan was wondering if she overreacted. And I look at this person's, I looked at this person's text, this man's text, Susan, I love you, and I think you did overreact. You guys have to remember, the general public is pretty clueless about massage therapy. They might be just as scared of you as you are of them. They might be scared that you're like some pervy, creepy person, and they don't really know you, and they don't know the questions to ask. So when they're like, well, what kind of massages do you do? That's not necessarily like, hey, do you do sexual favors? That's just a simple, uneducated, can be an uneducated way of asking what type of modalities do you do, or what kind of skills do you have, or how do you work? Because he was asking, the massage therapist usually gives my massage with no boxers because I get my legs better. I mean, this is a person that could genuinely just be asking if it's okay to not wear his boxers because he doesn't want to get oil all over them, and so I think it's just important that we not necessarily overreact to what we think people are asking, but that we just get clarity by asking clarifying questions. I could respond to that and say, okay, well, let's see. So is your question whether or not you have to wear underwear during a massage? Because the answer is no, you do whatever is comfortable for you. I actually prefer not to have to work around underwear. The conversation can go a different way, right? So again, Susan, I'm not judging you or anything. I'm just, when I looked at that, I was like, ooh, I don't think that I would have jumped to the pervy conclusion on that one. And it's so hard to tell, you guys. Sometimes it's really, really hard to tell. Okay. All right. So then let's see. Also wanted to, somebody who's asking about social media. Listen, you guys, for years I've been saying I should just do a whole training on this, but let me tell you about social media. It's not necessarily the first place to start when building your practice. I've seen a lot of massage therapists making a lot of mistakes, posting a lot of lame ass stuff on social media, and it doesn't help you. In fact, it hurts you. So those of you that have been around me a long time know I always say do everything with a strategy. And always the first question I want to make sure you guys are answering is, who am I trying to get on my massage table? That is that you have to have a niche. And if you have not yet watched my free training, the 5 shifts for creating your own successful massage practice, even if you're surrounded by competition, go get it right now. It's an on-demand webinar. Well, loosely on demand. You can watch it pretty much at the top of the hour from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And go to my website, rockyourmassagepractice.com. There's a little button that says click to register for my free training. Okay. So I walk you through 5 things that once I figured out and implemented in my practice, took me from struggle to success. So it's really, really important things that not a lot of people are teaching. Because a lot of people get concerned about what you need to be doing to get clients. They get concerned about the process, but they're not necessarily looking at the thinking behind the process, if that makes sense. So believe it or not, social media is not a place where when I coach students in my 8-week mentoring program, I'm not like, yeah, go post all the stuff on Facebook. There's a strategy to it, and you do need to have a Facebook page and probably an Instagram account if you want to, but it's not necessarily don't think that just because it's there, it's going to be like this magnetic, client attracting type of machine. So just be careful with that. Okay, somebody also asked about postcards. Does anyone mail out postcard marketing and seen any significant revenue from it? No. Usually doesn't work. Don't do it. Print advertising usually doesn't work, and it definitely doesn't work. Look, you guys, there's a lot of things that increase the effectiveness of marketing, and that is your copywriting, your messaging, your niche. There's so many different things that can go into play with that, and just throwing out some postcards, mass mailing to people is just usually not helpful, okay? Okay, let's see. And then Sarah Andreasen has a question. So let me answer that. And then I got to go, you guys. I just had 5 minutes. I may pop in later tonight after I'm finished serving this person. So let me, that may happen, just depending on how I'm feeling. Okay, but Sarah says, obviously I'm a doula and birth work is my first love. Yay, me too, Sarah. Woo. But I'm discovering a love for working on repetitive stress injuries. Can I be successful with 2 niches? I already have an excellent presence in the birth community and continue marketing my birth service, including pre- and postnatal massage. But I'd like to have a second business entity focusing on repetitive stress injuries. Sarah, it's a really good question. And generally speaking, I say no, you should commit to one and have success with that niche. And then you can do whatever you want, because probably your pregnant women have some kind of, repetitive stress injuries, or even postpartum, like nursing neck. Isn't that a repetitive stress injury? Carrying a baby around all day, lack of sleep, sleeping weird on your side, like those types of things. But it's really tricky. It's like, look in any other field. You don't hide. If somebody's like, I'm a professional exterior home painter and I'm also a psychotherapist, it's like, what, or a doctor, they're not an ENT and an OBGYN, right? So generally speaking, and Sarah, there can be ways of amalgamating this, but I wouldn't necessarily have a second business entity focusing on repetitive stress injuries, because if right now your business is you're going to be diluting your attention now across 2 businesses. And I can tell you from personal experience that hasn't served me or any of my clients or my students. But again, it's not to say that you can't work with repetitive stress injuries, because if you keep your practice focused on prenatal, then you can also be good at and feel free to work with people with repetitive stress injuries, but don't dilute the messaging of what it is that you do. Okay, now again, there could be lots of exceptions to that, but since I don't have my hands on your practice and I don't know exactly what's going on or what the motives are for wanting to do that, you guys just remember, a niche doesn't exclude you from working on anybody. It just makes it really clear who you best serve. But I've worked on plenty of men in my prenatal massage clinic. I've worked on plenty of athletes. I worked on NFL athletes in my prenatal massage clinic. Explain that. Because I'm good at what I do and I'm known for something, then people realize that I'm a good massage therapist and can help them with lots of things. I hope that makes sense, Sarah? I know it's really quick. Okay, you guys, I have to bounce. I love you. And if you guys need any help, just reach out to me. You can go like my Rebecca Overson coaching page on Facebook and message me through there if you have any questions. Or certainly go to rockyourmassagepractice.com. If you haven't registered or grabbed that free training, please go do it. It's life-changing for so many people. And then also there's always the applications there for my 8-week mentoring program. We're almost full for this week, but for those of you that are serious about needing help, feel free to reach out and we can look together to see if it's a good fit. Okay? Love you guys. Thanks for being a part of my community. Thanks for being part of this group. And like I said, maybe I'll see you later tonight. I don't know. We'll see. See how I'm feeling. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.